What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Appreciate Greatness. Today, I'm going to be giving y'all my ultimate guide to March Madness. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I don't think I'm going to be able to do a bracket this year, which 2 years ago, my bracket was one of the best in the world. I think it was top 100, which is insane. And then last year, bracket wasn't as great, but it was still good. This year, I'm very confident. So I'm going to be giving y'all my guide, which is I'm not telling y'all, oh, pick this team, but I'm saying, hey, this is an option. This is a team who I think is hot right now, could go on a run. It's a team who is cold right now, or hey, these are my Cinderella teams. So I hope y'all go on to enjoy. If you do, like, subscribe, do y'all thing. I had another video surpass 100 views, which is sick, great feeling. I'm at 40 subscribers, awesome. Thank you guys. Let's get into this video. Hope y'all enjoy. Like, subscribe, do y'all thing. Let's get into it. All right, so this is very random order. I don't really know how I did this. I was just typing away. I was having fun last night. So, first thing we're going to talk about is the Mountain West is loaded. Also, recording this tonight, there are games going on right now. Kansas currently getting beat by Cincinnati, which is crazy. That game, I'll get into that real quick. Kansas, two guys hurt, McCullough and Dickinson, both guys key players of the team, best two scorers on the team. You kind of expected them to struggle to score. But Kansas, even before the injuries, was starting to worry me. You lose to Houston by that much, but even before that, starting to worry me. So Kansas is a team I would kind of shy away from in the bracket. I don't think this is going to hurt too much their seeding, but it could. They could become a 4 or 5 seed, which is just insane. Big 12 is loaded. Cincinnati, I think this win could help them if they do win, if they pull it off. I think this win could help them. Maybe get hot. You never know. And in March, things happen. But one of the things this year for me has been bet on the Big 12, and I'll get into that later. We're gonna go over the Mountain West right now. My little headline here is Mountain West is loaded, but will history repeat itself? Now, normally the Mountain West is bad. Last year you have a big run by San Diego State, which is massive. They get into the Final Four. It was awesome, great run for them. But before that, I think it was 2016 on. I think the Mountain West had won like only a couple of games, if that, which is insane. But Utah State, Nevada, Boise State, UNLV, San Diego State, New Mexico, Colorado State, all 7 of those teams, I think have a legit chance at making the tournament. Um, my favorite of those teams, and especially to win in upset fashion and to make a run in the tourney, is Boise State, San Diego State for the run they went on last year, and New Mexico. New Mexico, Donovan Dent, one of my favorite guards in the entire country. He's awesome. New Mexico's awesome. Those 3 teams, and UNLV, I would say a little bit. Those 3 teams are my favorites. Now, if you want to pick an upset, a Cinderella story, any of these Mountain West teams, I think could do it. I truly believe that. Nevada would be the one I steer clear of. Colorado State I'd kind of steer clear of. But I like every single one of these Mountain West teams. They're all very good, all high-level teams. I think it's a conference to bet on. The Big East top 3 of UConn, Creighton, and Marquette. They're awesome. They all have good chances at winning a lot of games in the tourney. Creighton is a scary bet, but they are my favorite. I think that if this team gets hot, especially shooting the ball the way they shoot, you got Trey Alexander, Baylor Shireman. Those guys can flat out shoot. I love Trey Alexander. I just think this team is a potential national champion. Marquette, led by Tyler Kolek, Oso Ighodaro, they're kind of a middle ground team. I could see them getting bounced in the round of 32. I think they're going to win a game. Round of 32, Sweet 16-ish is where I'd say Marquette gets knocked out. And UConn, I think they're an Elite 8 Final Four bound team. They could win it all. I think they're definitely a chance. Marquette's a team that I would not have winning it all. I don't think this is a team that has what it takes to win it all, but I do love them. I think they could make a run. If they get hot, just like any team, they could make a run in this March Madness. So next we're going to talk about the Big Ten. Now, the Big Ten, their style of play, slow down the game, punch the rock inside. I don't like it. I don't like them. I think you pressure up on Purdue's guards, and they are in trouble. Um, Illinois is my favorite. Now they play heavy ISO ball, not great defensively. It's just the Big Ten scares me. I'd steer away from. I mean, Purdue probably making the Sweet 16. I don't know what the bracket looks like. They could get matched up with one of my Cinderella teams or one of my teams that I really think is good and has a chance to make a run. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. I know Purdue's probably going to win the Big Ten tournament, and a lot of people are going to be high on them, but I can't. I can't. I think those guards, man, they when you put pressure on them, obviously a lot of guys playing well for them, but I can't do a Purdue. I can't do an Illinois. Um, my mind's going blank. Who's the team I'm missing right now? I think they're only going to end up with three. Let me go look. Nebraska. Now Nebraska, kind of a different style of play. Shoots the three ball a lot. Northwestern, Boo Buie, love him. Wisconsin, steer away from him. I don't like them. They got cold, ice cold. Believe they. I don't think their tournament started, but I don't see them winning the first round, and we'll see what happens the first game they play. But that's the Big Ten. It sucks. I'm not a fan of it. I'd steer away from the Big Ten. Big 12, loaded. I would bet on every single team in the Big 12. Cincinnati, if they get hot and make it all the way, I could see a potential first or second round win. I could see them making the Sweet 16. I don't think they'll go further than that, but the Big 12 is so good. The competition in the Big 12 is awesome. Steer away from OU. I'd steer away from BYU. BYU put on a great performance tonight. I'd still think to steer away from them. Now, don't get me wrong, BYU a good team. It's hard not to bet on Big 12 teams this year. One team I'm for sure steering away from, which hits close to home. I'm from Oklahoma. OU is not a team I like. I don't like them in the tournament. They just lost to TCU by 7 tonight. I think it was 77-70. Kansas, steer away from them, making a deep run. Now it is Kansas. Hunter Dickinson, Kevin McCullough. I don't think Hunter Dickinson is the style of player that can win you a championship. I think he can get you to the Elite Eight maybe. That's about as far as I see Kansas going. Tech could make a run. They've been hot lately. They've won 3 straight. I love Tech. Baylor, Iowa State, both teams I think both are very good teams. Both have a chance in the tournament to make some noise. Houston, tough team to beat. I think right now I would put them in the championship if I could choose the way I would like to see it. I want to see North Carolina. I want to see Houston battling it out. North Carolina, we'll get into them. They're incredible. Um, BYU, TCU, potential upset alert there. Jameer Nelson Jr., I believe, plays there. Texas, Max Asmus, he's used to these Cinderella runs. I think they won tonight. Who'd they play? Did they play K-State? Yeah, I think they won tonight. No, did they lose? Let me look. Let's look this up live. Texas versus Kansas State. This could be big. A big loss for. Is it live? Blows 10-point halftime lead. So Texas might not make the tournament. K-State has a shot now. That's crazy. I thought Texas won for sure, but Texas lost. I think they're still a team. They get in the tournament. Tyrese Hunter, Max Asmus, I love them. Good guard duo. We'll move on. SEC. This is exactly what I wrote last night. I was a little tired, so I'm probably going to stay away from Tennessee in general, and Kentucky really depends on the matchups they get. Bama, Auburn, Florida, South Carolina, Texas A&M, Missouri State. Those are teams I need to talk about. Bama just defensively scares me. It scares me. Kentucky, excuse me, same way. Defense scares me. Auburn, I could see making a run. I think Auburn's the team here that can make a run. Florida scares me. South Carolina scares me. TAMU scares me. Mississippi State, kind of up in the air on. Those teams, I would choose Auburn to make the run. Kentucky, it really does depend on the matchups. I think if they get a team who can't play defense, can't really defend, hasn't been known to defend this year, bet on them. I think like a really, really, really good rebounding team who really focuses on rebounding is going to beat Kentucky. I know Kentucky's not seen as a bad rebounding team, but I don't think they can hang with a team who just crashes. Tennessee, the reason I'm steering clear is defense. I don't think Dalton Connect. Now he's awesome. He's a great player. Don't think he's a guy who can lead you to the Final Four, the Elite Eight, Sweet 16 run. Sure, Tennessee lock it in. Sweet 16. I don't hate that. Past that scares me. I love Dalton Connect though. Exciting white, exciting whites. Dalton Connect, Reed Shepherd, exciting whites. But that's my SEC. Okay, so I got two conferences to go over, and then I'm going to get into my Cinderellas. The American Athletic. South Florida, FAU, Memphis, Charlotte are potential teams who can make it in my eyes. FAU is the team I would bet on. South Florida, I think, is very underrated. I don't see why people are sleeping on them. I think they're the real deal. I think if they get a good pool, they could make a run. I think if you get a good first round matchup, if you're USF, that enables you to make a run. FAU, I think, is going to make a run. Um, does that mean they'll make the Elite Eight? Does that mean they'll make the Final Four again? I don't know, but I do think they're going to make a run. Memphis is a team who, if they win the conference, I don't think they're in unless they win the conference. Charlotte's the same way. Memphis makes a run. Charlotte, they win the conference. I think they're a first round exit. But Memphis is awesome. Memphis has that chance to be a team who, like FAU last year, just was solid all year and then makes a run. Now FAU last year, I think they were 31-3, and this year Memphis is not 31-3. Um, I think they're 24-12 right now. No, that I think that's too high. 24-12 is crazy. I think they're 24 and some right now. 24 wins. I think FAU is a team to bet on for the AAC. And then the Atlantic 10, Loyola, Richmond, Dayton. Those are the three teams that I can see winning the tournament. Richmond I'd steer clear of. Loyola could make another run. Dayton's the team I think has the highest chance of making a run, but they still scare me. Dayron Holmes, awesome player, just undersized big. Now the shots come along, but it scares me. Now the Cinderella stories. Gonzaga is my first team here, and I said I think Gonzaga being underrated is scary. Now, of course, we come in every year expecting Gonzaga, 1 or 2 seed. We expect them to make a run, be great. They have made it to championship games under Mark Few. We've seen it. I think this year them being underrated is great for them. Graham Ike is awesome. Veteran leadership in Antone Watson, Nolan Hickman, Ryan Nimhard. I think they could surprise people. I think that this team, with the vet leaders they have, I think 2 juniors and a senior, and Graham Ike, I think they're awesome. I think Mark Few might be leading the wagon right here. I think Gonzaga, Final Four, maybe even squeaking into the championship. Now, that doesn't mean completely bet every bracket on them, but I think there's one bracket you need to have Gonzaga making a run. Drake won the Missouri Valley League, led by Tucker DeVries and Anton Wright, and they have some great three-point shooters. I think the reason you ride Drake is DeVries. They're exciting. They're fun. Indiana State is who they played. They're another team. They're going to need an at-large bid. I think they're going to get it. Both of these teams probably an 11 or 12 seed, maybe a 13 seed for Indiana State. I think they're one of the best Cinderellas we've seen in a while. I mean, Robbie Avila, Isaiah Swope, and Ryan Conwell, I think they all average above 16 and a half. Jason Kent and Julian Larry also average 10 plus, and they have 7 guys who shoot above 35% from 3. Just this team built for March. They run their offense through Robbie Avila. Obviously, y'all have seen him. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He's awesome. He's such a fun player. He's one of those guys who I think could become a March legend. Same with Tucker DeVries. My next team is Samford. And this honestly isn't a team I'm super confident in making a run. They're an incredible three-point shooting team. I could see them getting hot. That's kind of my reason. I could see them getting hot. That's really all I got. I know they had some bad loss. I think they lost to Purdue by like 450, 53 or something crazy. But I like them if they get hot from three. It's just hard to gauge that. I think one or two. I think if they win a game, they're Sweet 16 bound. But other than that, one or two brackets maybe have them moving on. That's what I'm saying. GCU, and if they're a 13, depends on the matchup, right? I think there's some teams that you can't bet against who are top level. Samford, like if they pull Gonzaga, Gonzaga. But I think if they pull like a Utah State, I bet on Samford. GCU, led by Tyon Grant Foster, transfer from Kansas, I believe. 20 points per game. This dude's electric. GCU's electric. They're looking for their first ever win in March. They've made it here, I think, twice, and since I think they've had their program since like 2018. Just a crazy program. They've been awesome. All they know is success. I think they have a chance at getting one, maybe two, and making the Sweet 16. It'd be awesome to see. Colorado. Now, Colorado scares me, but if they get hot, if they win the Pac-12, which a lot of people are projecting them to do, they're a team that like they have all the talent, right? All the talent in the world. Tristan Da Silva, Eddie Lampkin, Cody Williams, KJ Simpson, can't forget about him. Those four are just incredible players. I'm blanking on the last guy's name, but I could see them getting it done if they get hot. If they get hot in the Pac-12, maybe they lose to Arizona, whatever, right? If they win the Pac-12 or lose to Arizona, I trust them. Arizona, by the way, a team I would kind of steer clear of. They scare me. Caleb Love kind of is the wagon there. He obviously had an awesome March 2 years ago. Last year, didn't get to participate. I can't say fully that I want a team riding on Caleb Love to make a run. Not that I don't want him, but that I can see that happening. Moving on, Princeton. I don't know if they can win a game, but they will be a fun watch. They're just fun to watch play. Got one of the best, maybe the best point guard in the league. Let's see what he averages. He averages, did I say his name? Xavier Lee. Averages 18, 6 rebounds, 4 assists a game. Just an incredible player, shooting 46% from the field. He's awesome. He's fun to watch. He's a great basketball player. Their team, also UNC Asheville, who Drew Pember, led by Drew Pember. Now, I don't know if their tournament's over or not. I could look, but I'm not going to. Drew Pember, Xavier Lee, those two guys, Princeton and UNC Asheville. If y'all want an exciting game to watch those two. GCU, same way. Watch them. They're teams that I would kind of bet on to maybe be able to pull one out. UNC Asheville might be a 14 seed, I would say. They might get that 3 seed upset. Princeton, probably a 13, 12 seed. They might get an upset too. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, do everything I told you to do at the beginning of this video. I am hopefully going to be back for good. It would be awesome. Hopefully I can get back to some NBA content. Just haven't been super interested. You're in kind of a weird spot. Obviously, we're starting to pick it up to where, seeding really matters. But I think until like the last week of the season, I'm not going to be doing much with the NBA, like live reacting. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did and want to see maybe another March Madness, like my reactions to what's happening in March, I should be back by the time like the Elite Eight, Sweet 16, around there. So if y'all want to see something like that, leave a like, subscribe to me, just view the video. I know you can get more views if you just reload your tab a couple times for me, get some more views. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.